International marketing. Some companies have long been successful global marketers. In a global industry, competitors' strategic positions in major geographic or national markets are affected by their overall global positions. A global firm operates in more than one country and captures R&D, production, logistical, marketing, and financial advantages not available to purely domestic competitors. Global firms plan, operate, and coordinate their activities on a worldwide basis. For a company of any size or any type to go global, it must make a series of decisions. Deciding whether to go abroad. Several factors can draw companies into the international arena. Some international markets present better profit opportunities than the domestic market. The company needs a larger customer base to achieve economies of scale. The company wants to reduce its dependence on any one market. The company decides to counterattack global competitors in their home markets. Customers are going abroad and require international service. Deciding which markets to enter. In deciding to go abroad, the company needs to define its marketing objectives and policies. What proportion of international to total sales will it seek? Most companies start small when they venture abroad. How many markets to enter? The company must decide how many countries to enter and how fast to expand. Typical entry strategies are the waterfall approach, gradually entering countries in sequence, and the sprinkler approach, entering many countries simultaneously. Increasingly, firms, especially technology-intensive firms or online ventures, are born global and market to the entire world from the outset. Evaluating potential markets. Readiness for different products and services and attractiveness as a market depend on the market's demographic, economic, sociocultural, natural, technological, and political legal environments. Many companies prefer to sell to neighboring countries because they understand them better and can control their entry costs more effectively. Companies prefers to enter countries that have high market attractiveness and low market risk and in which it possesses a competitive advantage. Deciding how to enter the market. Once a company decides to target a particular country, it must choose the best mode of entry with its brands. Its broad choices are indirect exporting, direct exporting, licensing, joint ventures, and direct investment. Deciding on the marketing program. International companies must decide how much to adapt their marketing strategy to local conditions. At one extreme is a standardized marketing program worldwide, which promises the lowest costs. At the other extreme is an adapted marketing program in which the company, consistent with the marketing concept, believes consumer needs vary and tailors marketing to each target group. Deciding on the marketing program. International companies must decide how much to adapt their marketing strategy to local conditions. At one extreme is a standardized marketing program worldwide, which promises the lowest costs. At the other extreme is an adapted marketing program in which the company, consistent with the marketing concept, believes consumer needs vary and tailors marketing to each target group. There are 5 modes to enter into foreign markets. 1. Direct investment. In direct investment, the foreign company can buy part or full interest in a local company or build its own manufacturing or service facilities. 2. Joint ventures. Foreign investors have often joined local investors in a joint venture company in which they share ownership and control, to reach more geographic and technological markets and to diversify its investments and risk. 3. Licensing. Licensing is a simple way to engage in international marketing. The licensor issues a license to a foreign company to use a manufacturing process, trademark, patent, trade secret, or other item of value for a fee or royalty. 4. Indirect and direct export. Companies typically start with export, specifically indirect exporting, that is, they work through independent intermediaries. Domestic-based export merchants buy the manufacturer's products and then sell them abroad. Domestic-based export agents, including trading companies, seek and negotiate foreign purchases for a commission. Cooperative organizations conduct exporting activities for several producers, often of primary products such as fruits or nuts, and are partly under their administrative control. Export management companies agree to manage a company's export activities for a fee. Indirect export has two advantages. First, there is less investment. The firm doesn't have to develop an export department, an overseas sales force, or a set of international contacts. Second, there's less risk, because international marketing intermediaries bring know-how and services to the relationship. The seller will make fewer mistakes. Companies may eventually decide to handle their own exports. The investment and risk are somewhat greater, but so is the potential return. Direct exporting happens in several ways. Acquisition. Rather than bringing their brands into certain countries, many companies choose to acquire local brands for their brand portfolio. Strong local brands can tap into consumer sentiment in a way international brands may find difficult. Global product strategies. Developing global product strategies requires knowing what types of products or services are easily standardized and what are appropriate adaptation strategies. Product standardization. Some products cross borders without adaptation better than others, and consumer knowledge about new products is generally the same everywhere because perceptions have yet to be formed. Many leading internet brands, such as Google, eBay, Twitter, and Facebook, made quick progress in overseas markets. Product adaptation strategies. Warren Keegan has distinguished 5 product and communications adaptation strategies. Straight extension. Introduces the product in the foreign market without any change. It requires no additional R&D expense, manufacturing retooling, or promotional modification. The strategy has been successful for cameras, consumer electronics, and many machine tools. Product adaptation. Alters the product to meet local conditions or preferences. Flexible manufacturing makes it easier to do so on several levels. A company can produce a regional version, country version, city version, retailer versions. Product invention. Product invention creates something new. It can take 2 forms. Backward invention reintroduces earlier product forms well adapted to a foreign country's needs. Forward invention creates a new product to meet a need in another country. Less developed countries need low-cost, high-protein foods. Consumer perceptions of country of origin. Buyers hold distinct attitudes and beliefs about brands or products from different countries. Research studies have found the following. People are often ethnocentric and favorably predisposed to their own country's products, unless they come from a less developed country. The more favorable a country's image, the more prominently the Made in label should be displayed. The impact of country of origin varies with the type of product. Consumers want to know where a car was made, but not the lubricating oil. Certain countries enjoy a reputation for certain goods, Japan for automobiles and consumer electronics, France for wine, perfume, and luxury goods. Sometimes country of origin perception can encompass an entire country's products, Japanese products as innovative, and Chinese products as cheap.